Earth satellites in the world have now been created.
Flying is perhaps the most dramatic of recent scientific attainments.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
How many times have the words, "It cannot be done," been uttered throughout history, only to have someone with vision come along and actually do it? These monumental breakthroughs create a shift in thought and action for the next generation and beyond. A shift in communication, a shift in transportation, a shift in technology, a shift in humanity. You're about to learn of an amazing modern scientific breakthrough, one that will affect almost all areas of health science and personal well-being. A breakthrough that will create a shift that could spearhead some of the greatest advances in health the world has ever seen. The breakthrough is ASEA, the key to living younger, longer. The cell is the basic functional unit of all living organisms, the building block of life. It should be no surprise then that good health truly begins at the cellular level. A healthy heart requires healthy heart cells. Healthy lungs require healthy lung cells. Healthy muscles, well, you get the picture. We live and die on a cellular level. The problem is, cell damage occurs every day from simple sun exposure, exercise, poor diet, stress, and health challenges. Fortunately, your cells are amazing machines, making their own tools for repairing the damage that occurs. The fact is, your body is in a constant state of healing itself, or in other words, repairing and replacing its cells. And your cell's most fundamental healing tools are called redox signaling molecules. Redox signaling molecules are absolutely essential to the health of your cells and the health of your body. They play a key role in the vital cell functions of protect, detect, repair, and replace. How important are redox signaling molecules? If your 75 trillion cells were to suddenly stop making these molecules right now, you wouldn't live to the end of this presentation. Without these redox signaling molecules, life ends.
Redox signaling molecules are absolutely crucial to maintaining peak efficiency in cell function.
It's all about homeostasis and balance, and what it does is allow your body to perform at its maximum, at its best level, by balancing things within the cellular level.
This is a remarkable process because it is actually the process which allows us to regenerate tissue and maintain our health.
Scientists are studying redox signaling with its own peer-reviewed journal, scores of textbooks, and over 100 scientific papers published per month. Now, when we're young, our bodies make plenty of these amazing molecules. That's why children can be active all day and not be sore the next morning. But by the time we approach our teen years, our bodies begin making fewer and fewer of these redox signaling molecules. Age, along with other factors like environmental conditions, the food we eat, and the stress we experience, causes our cells to limit the production of these vital molecules. Scientists have discovered a link between health, aging, and redox signaling molecules. Without a constant, balanced supply of these molecules, we grow old, we grow weak, and we grow more prone to health challenges. Even if you're perfectly healthy, you are continuously losing the ability to make these molecules. And because they are the key to cellular health and healing, every day we wake up with fewer redox signaling molecules is a day our health faces greater risk.
Our cells age with us, and part of the disease process is actually that your cells get damaged.
As we age, the healing process becomes a little bit more slow, less efficient.
So on the one hand, we know what these amazing molecules can do to keep the body healthy. But on the other hand, we know that our cells' ability to make these molecules dwindles day by day. And with no way to naturally increase the production of redox signaling molecules within our cells, we are at a dead end. We are doomed to cope with aging and health challenges the old-fashioned way, treating symptoms, a pill for this, a juice for that, but never getting to the very foundation of cellular health and rejuvenation. But imagine if we were to discover a way to replenish that dwindling supply of redox signaling molecules. What would that mean to the world? What kind of impact would that have on the health of millions? Would it create a shift in science, a shift in health, a shift in humanity? To be able to supplement and replenish these molecules would be a breakthrough of unprecedented proportions. Science knew about redox signaling molecules, but producing them outside the human cell in a stabilized and balanced form was considered impossible. But of course, the impossible just takes dedication, effort, and extraordinary insight. The redox breakthrough came by bringing two worlds of science together. For the past decade, scientists have been studying redox signaling in the human body. But years before that, another group of technicians had already created something quite remarkable: a way to rearrange the molecular structure of simple salt water. The new solution seemed to have tremendous health benefits, but the technicians didn't know why. And there was another issue. The rearranged molecules were only temporary. After a few minutes, the liquid turned back into salt water. Then the breakthrough. These two bodies of science, redox research and molecule restructuring, came together. And they did it through the work of a team of scientists led by an atomic medical physicist named Dr. Gary L. Samuelson. This team recognized that what the technicians were creating were redox signaling molecules, something everyone had previously thought impossible. Building on 2 decades of research with millions of dollars invested, Dr. Samuelson's team worked tirelessly and finally achieved a truly massive breakthrough. In fact, one that many in the scientific and medical communities are calling the single greatest health science breakthrough of our lifetime. This patented groundbreaking process consists of 3 phases. First, high-grade salt is combined with ultra-pure water to create a pristine saline solution. Next, the bonds of these molecules are broken, leaving free-floating atoms. And finally, these atoms are recombined to form entirely new molecules, stable, long-life, redox signaling molecules, the same molecules made within the cells of the human body. Today, these stabilized redox signaling molecules have a name: ASEA. ASEA is the only product in the world containing this balanced set of stabilized redox signaling molecules. Nothing else, no juice, no shake, no pill, no supplement can make this claim. ASEA is the world's first and only redox signaling supplement, and the results of this groundbreaking product have surpassed the most optimistic of expectations. Medical professionals are witnessing unprecedented improvement in the health of their patients. Tests verify an astounding 500% increase in antioxidant efficiency of your body's most important intracellular antioxidants, glutathione and SOD.
So we've been working with ASEA for several years now, and what we've been most impressed with is that ASEA is very interested in doing properly conducted trials. Everything we do here is double-blinded, placebo-controlled, and in the end we're trying to produce data for ASEA where all human and research bias has been removed. An example of the type of study that we have done for ASEA is a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled community trial that we did with 106 overweight women. The women were randomized to take 4 ounces of ASEA every day for 12 weeks, and we took blood samples every 4 weeks, and then we analyzed them for a wide variety of different measures: inflammation, oxidative stress, immune function. And what we found in this study, that there was a highly significant effect of taking 4 ounces of ASEA on a very important marker called oxidized LDL. Now, when heart disease begins to form in the body, oxidized LDL is a major contributor to the plaque that builds up with heart disease. So this is a risk factor. And if you can keep your oxidized LDL low, your chance of heart disease goes down. And we found that drinking 4 ounces of ASEA for 12 weeks reduced oxidized LDL levels in the blood. It was a highly significant finding. It was not due to chance. We also found that DNA in the body can get oxidized, and we had a marker for that. And that marker also was lower in the ASEA group over time compared to placebo. So our data are supporting that probably the most important effect of ASEA on what we call disease risk factors is a reduction in these types of oxidative stress.
Well, ASEA doesn't cure anything, but it doesn't go into your cells that aren't functioning properly and enable them to work better.
As we age, we just don't produce enough of these molecules to maintain balance in our body. ASEA is providing that.
What I believe is groundbreaking is that we've been able to stabilize and certain mixtures of redox signaling molecules so that they can be effectively stored outside the body.
The beauty of ASEA is that it helps support the cell so well that one doesn't have to take as many other supplements. And you just take less supplements and get the same result because the cell's so much more efficient.
It enables you to go into your cells, repair whatever cell damage has been done, make them work better, and then if you add exercise and diet onto that, you'll be even healthier.
Even the world of athletics has been impacted, with top-tier athletes discovering increased endurance and rapid recovery thanks to ASEA and its redox signaling molecules. And of course, tens of thousands of ordinary people are finding new hope as they discover what ASEA's amazing little molecules do for the health of their cells and the health of their bodies. Challenges that people have been dealing with for years are now gone. Nothing compares to the joy of feeling truly healthy, of having your cells work like they did when you were young and strong.
When you drink ASEA, you're introducing trillions and trillions of redox molecules into your body. These molecules, only 4 atoms or less in size, absorb into the cells almost instantaneously, supporting your cells' ability to protect themselves, detect threats and damage, then repair and rejuvenate injured cells, and replace those cells that can no longer function properly. It's the process of cellular healing, and it's something your body does every day. ASEA gives that process an extraordinary boost. Just as the discoveries of penicillin by Alexander Fleming in 1928 or the assembly line by Henry Ford in 1913 became breakthroughs that changed the health and habits of a nation, the discovery of redox signaling molecules is an equally historic breakthrough in our lifetime and a shift in understanding the keys to health and healing.
This technology has the potential of spearheading some of the greatest advances of health in the world.
I am so excited about this new awareness, this new paradigm of what we can do with our health.
I feel very confident giving this to all of my patients. It's something that they need, it's something that their cells lack, and we're just restoring it because it is native to the body. It's already there, just not enough of it.
Every patient that I see, I share ASEA with, and my story, my experience with ASEA.
The possibility of being able to stabilize redox signaling molecules and use them as bioactive, non-toxic agents inside our body is phenomenal. And it will make a difference, and it will be the future technology that will affect almost all areas of health science and well-being.
Everything started making sense. I started connecting the dots. Yeah, I wanted to use this product because at the age of 55, my cell efficiency has dwindled. I was curious to see what my body would be capable of doing. And because it occurred to me that, hey, why not? Especially if I'm going to have an interest in perhaps sharing this with others, I need to be able to say how this has helped me.
If this were the end of our story, it would be wonderful and astonishing. However, this is not the end. With each great breakthrough in history came great opportunity, and the breakthrough known as ASEA is no different.
On an afternoon in November 2007, a corporate jet waited in a hangar at Salt Lake International Airport. It's 4 passengers, scientists and executives from a global pharmaceutical company. We're locked in negotiations with 3 men in a nearby building.
They started getting on the phone about noon back east, and they kept doing that, and about 2 o'clock they walked in the room and said, okay, we're convinced you've got something here, and it's significant enough that we will write you a check big enough that you won't want to talk to anybody else.
We said, we'll call you tomorrow. And we immediately adjourned into our conference room again to discuss the offer that they'd put on the table.
How these men came together and the decision they made that day is the story of ASEA's genesis.
I was asked to sit on a board of a small company that had been working on a technology for about 15 years. Numerous patents, a lot of research, and they were actually producing a product using salt and water. And when they told me that, they wanted me to go on their board. I said, well, you're going to have to convince me that this is real. How can you produce something from salt and water? And they said, we have a lot of research, extensive research, $10 or $15 million worth of research. The company that owned it was publicly traded, and they merged that company with an energy company, and after a period of time, 6 or 7 months, they started selling off assets.
He let me know that he was on the board of directors and there was this opportunity that was coming up on a product that he thought was wonderful.
But I told him, I said, you know, they have something here that they don't know what it is. And it's a lot more than they think, but they haven't figured it out. And I said, I'm tempted to put a group together. In fact, I think I am going to put a group of investors together, and I'm going to take a run at the company.
Well, that was my opportunity. I pulled out my wallet and pulled out a check out of the wallet, and Virtus, whatever you need, we're going to do this.
And he wrote this check out for a very big amount of money, and he said, there's more behind that, let's go put an offer in. And I said, are you serious?
Now, I didn't know anything about the product or the company, but I knew Virtus, and I was betting on Virtus. I knew that Virtus had done his research. I knew that Virtus was not going to lose. We were giving the product to people to try, to see if they would take the product. We went through a lot of what we called focus groups to see if people would actually take this regardless if they liked the taste or didn't like the taste, or if it helped them, or how quick it helped them.
After 2.5 months, we decided to go out and do an assessment of the 40 people that we had given the product to. And when we went out to do an inventory, we found out that the 40 people had turned into 135 people. And not only that, the product had gone to 20 different countries. When people found out what it was doing for them, they didn't hesitate to shoot it off to foreign countries, wherever they happen to be, Egypt and South America and Europe, and then come back and say, I just need more product. In the meantime, we had contacted a friend, someone that Jim Pack knew and we had played golf with. And he was running a very big pharmaceutical company in New Jersey, about $10–11 billion. And he finally agreed to send a group of people out and spend some time with us and see what we had come up with. So 4 people flew out on a plane, and we met in the conference room we had on the west side of the city for the better part of a day. We spread all of the research that we had out on a table.
And these gentlemen asked all the right questions. They thoroughly went through all of the science that we had, and as they do that, they'd call back to their headquarters and ask questions. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they came to us, and they said, we think you've got something really special here. We're going to write you a check that is large enough that you don't want to talk to anyone else. But there's a catch.
And I said, what's the catch? And they said, you've got to shut it down. And I said, shut what down? And they said, you've got 135 people on this product right now, shut it down. People have problems all the time and they deal with them as best they can. You're going to have to walk away. And that kind of took us back a little bit. In fact, I said, that seems a little harsh to me. And they said, you want to work with us, you walk away. We said, well, we'll let you know. So we ushered them out of the building and we huddled around the conference table.
We came to realize that this had changed for us from a business play to something very important. This was a cause, this was a responsibility. We'd seen too many people helped by this product.
My wife questions why I'm doing this. She said, you've retired more than once and it's time for you to join me and let's enjoy the golden years, if you will. But recently, my son asked me to come down and join he and his family, and we went to a church gathering. And there was something going on he wanted us to be a part of. And while we were there, a young lady came up, and he introduced me to this young lady, and she broke down and started sobbing. And she had a health challenge in her family that was really severe, and she was introduced to ASEA. And because of what ASEA did, she was just grateful. So I find it hard to talk about, but that's a reason.
With every great breakthrough comes massive opportunity. It's a universal truth, and the bigger the breakthrough, the more massive the opportunity. You've just learned about ASEA, the world's first and only redox signaling supplement, called by a number of scientists and medical professionals the single greatest health science breakthrough of our lifetime. If ASEA is a breakthrough of that magnitude, just how big is the opportunity? And what does that opportunity mean for you? But first, an even more important question: how do you recognize a genuine opportunity? If you were going to invest money, time, or effort in a company, what would you look for? Most business experts will tell you to look for DSA, Differentiated Sustainable Advantage. Look for a product that is different, that has few competitors, or better yet, no competitors. Make sure that difference is sustainable. You don't want copycats coming along and stealing your market share, so make certain the company can protect and sustain that difference. And finally, all the sustainable difference in the world won't do you any good unless it provides a true advantage to the consumer. Differentiated, sustainable advantage. The key to identifying a tremendous business opportunity. So, how does ASEA stack up? ASEA is different, representing an entirely new frontier of science. It's beyond cutting edge. No one has ever even conceived of this before. ASEA's difference is sustainable, protected so heavily by patents that no one will be able to copy it. This is one product that won't be showing up on discount shelves at your local big box retailer. And does ASEA represent an advantage to consumers? Consider this: ASEA is the only product in the world that replenishes native redox signaling molecules, molecules that everyone needs to enhance health at a cellular level. People notice results right away, creating an incredibly high percentage of repeat customers. ASEA's differentiated sustainable advantage represents an entrepreneur's dream.
It's your time. What are you doing with it? Are you impacting lives? Are you doing what you love? Do you feel fulfilled? At the end of the day, you're either building your dream or you're working for someone else building theirs. If you're ready to be in charge of your own financial future, it's time to introduce you to a remarkable company called ASEA. You can own your own thriving business, backed by a rapidly growing international direct sales company. A company bringing science-based products to market that are truly one of a kind. Profitable from year one, ASEA has a seasoned executive team that runs a financially stable operation.
One of the most exciting things about being associated with ASEA is the rapid expansion. We operate in over 25 international markets, and really by virtue of being an ASEA associate, you're in business everywhere we're in business. It really allows an individual to be in business for themselves, but not by themselves, because we as a company are with them every step of the way.
At ASEA, we give our associates the opportunity to make a living by making a difference with one of the most generous compensation plans in the entire industry, one that offers associates at any stage of their business the ability to realize their financial goals and dreams. You won't have to figure out this business all by yourself. You're going to start with being in business with your local team, leaders and other professionals around you that can help you. You're going to have tools with a back office, a replicated website, a welcome kit, other tools to help you share the message and help you to build your business as you begin your journey here at ASEA.
The thing that I've seen more than anything else that I really didn't expect is how ASEA changes lives financially, as well as through the product, as well as through personal development. There's dignity in making $200 extra a month to help a son go to school or have a rent paid. There's dignity in the financial outcomes of ASEA. And when you intersect the product impact along with the personal development with financial impacts, you start to see the opportunity in its truest form.
If you were going to market a product, what would be important to you? Would you look for a product that was cutting edge, impactful, in demand? How about consumable, so your customers would keep coming back for more? Would you look for a product that was backed by science and patent-based? ASEA's products are all of those things. They're based on redox signaling, a fundamental part of cellular communication that has been the subject of more than 10,000 peer-reviewed scientific papers and has had multiple Nobel Prizes awarded due to discoveries related to it. Redox signaling molecules are vital to life. They help every system of the body to function optimally. ASEA has developed a patent-based technology that creates and stabilizes these molecules outside of the body for the first time. ASEA's products utilize this groundbreaking technology and are certified by Bioagilytics, an independent third-party lab to contain active redox signaling molecules. Timing is everything. ASEA is poised at a post-risk, pre-momentum stage of growth with risks taken and science proven. With ASEA, you really do have control, whether you're a professional looking to opt out of the daily 9-to-5 grind, a stay-at-home mom looking to boost your budget, or an entrepreneur with a desire to build a substantial full-time residual income. There's nothing else out there like ASEA. ASEA is for anyone looking for well-being, who wants to stay active and look youthful. And that's pretty much everyone. It's your time. What are you going to do with it?
I marvel at the opportunity that is ours here at ASEA. While we are certainly proud of our past, we're actually more excited about our future as to where we're going as a company, for the lives that we'll be able to impact and for the good that we'll be able to do around the world.
Can you imagine a world where people who genuinely want to do good and be good come together with a whole new set of technologies that are making a difference in the world, and then setting out on a mission to take that opportunity, that culture, and that product set out to the world? For me, that's what ASEA is all about. That's who we are, and that's where we're going.